What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. It is approaching. The British and Irish Lions Tour of South Africa 2021 is indeed upon us. It's going to be a tournament full of excitement, joy and entertainment. I think whether you're from Europe or whether you're from South Africa, the excitement is starting to indeed kick in. Gatland named his squad just a few weeks ago, and what a squad he named. Yes, there are players there that are missing. Yes, there are players there that are question marks. But at the end of the day, he's named a formidable squad that definitely can do some damage. Some are saying it's the weakest Lions squad they've seen. Some are saying it's a strong Lions squad. But at the end of the day, everyone is saying, are the Springboks ready? Can they put the Lions to the test? Can they challenge them? Can they keep up with them? Can they show that they are still World Championship status? Can they show that they still have the opportunity of being number one in the world? That's been the talk of the town for the past 1.5 years. Obviously, the Springboks haven't played a single international game since the Rugby World Cup. The World Cup is so far away, people have forgotten. They know we're champions, but they've forgotten that the Springboks can actually play rugby because we've missed out on so much. 2020, a year of COVID-19, but a lot of people say it's a year of excuses for South Africa. They had the opportunity to go to the Rugby Championship, they didn't. A lot of us at the time said, it's probably the clever move. But when you see Argentina perform the way they performed, myself included, thought we should have been there. Should have been there. And we weren't. We played Unlocked, we played Preparations Cup, we played Curry Cup. Now we're currently playing in the Rainbow SA Cup version. To be honest, out of all of 4 tournaments that we've currently been watching, I'm enjoying the Rainbow Cup. I'm seeing the SA intensity again. There are still errors that are questionable. There are still moments where I think if this guy needs to be fit enough in order to perhaps make the Springbok squad. There are still moments within the game itself where I feel South African rugby is still a little rusty. But it's definitely an improvement of what we've seen in the past. At the end of the day, we need to acknowledge the fact that South Africa do not have any international experience. We've witnessed 2 Six Nations tournaments as well as an Autumn Nations Cup since the Rugby World Cup. So all 4 nations forming into that Lions squad have experience, have had the opportunity to play at an international level. We've seen new blood getting created, we've seen old blood getting reignited again. We've been seeing things happen in this tournament, or as a build-up to this tournament. So it's indeed getting stronger, and it's getting more curious to see how we're going to adapt. But right now, the question is South Africa ready? I, for one, think we are. Are we going to win it? Who knows? Is it going to be a whitewash? That I can almost say confidently. We are not going to see a whitewash for the Lions series. It is going to be a 2-1 victory. I won't say 2-who. Could be Lions, could be South Africa. But what we also need to take into account, and I think a lot of people have forgotten of that, and the haters who have written South African rugby off already, forget that we have 60%, 70% of our World Cup winning squad playing overseas right now. Whether it's in the championship squad of European Toulouse with Cleslin Colby, or whether it's the other blokes that are playing like the Delanders, Echia Sneymans for Munster, or Faf de Klerk and Sale Sharks in Premiership. We have South Africans playing everywhere in Europe right now. And don't forget Europe, let's talk about Japan. Andre Pollard's just come back from injury. We've seen the likes of Peter Stiff du Toit dismantle the Sharks this past weekend. I mean, those are World Cup players. They're coming back. They're showing potential. Yes, don't get me wrong. No international experience, I'm aware. But they've still played overseas. They still had a feel for European rugby. Hence why I thought it would have been important for us to have created a 3 Springbok tri-series. You got the Springbok of young, the Springbok of home, and the Springbok of overseas. or you create a Springbok squad and challenge them against the Stormers, Sharks, Bulls and Lions. And Cheetahs, add them to the mix. Just to build the camaraderie, because my biggest concern is not whether or not the Springboks are ready, not whether or not South Africa is going to win a game. My concern is we haven't formed as a team in over a year and a half. We haven't built the camaraderie of what we've been seeing. We've seen players play provincially together, great stuff. But we've also seen players pulled. Preparations Cup, not many Springboks played. So that's already game time missed. Yes, we've seen them in the Rainbow Cup. And yes, if the Rainbow Cup was overseas, I would be a little less stressed. But still, it's those types of things that stress me out when I think of who and what and how we are going to do. Are they ready? Maybe not. Can they be competitive? Damn right. Can they win the tournament? Of course they can. But can they also be outskilled, outplayed, and outdone by due to rustiness? That is also a factor. It's going to come down to fitness. But people must also realise, and myself included, is that you've got Jacques and Rassie at the head of the helm there. These are intelligent blokes who have worked together for many years. You can't tell me they're not communicating with Jake White or any of the other coaching staff within the provincial squads, telling them, why don't you try this strategy, why don't you try that strategy, get the boys ready, this is how we're going to formulate, this is how we're going to play, try to follow similar coaching instructions. It's all those types of things that help them along the way. So, it's going to be an interesting tournament. I mean, what's it, just over a month and a half to go until we kick off. How will the Lions do against the provincial sides? Well, that's going to be a challenge, of course, because the provincial sides aren't as strong generally as your big old Lions squad. Also depends who Gatlin decides to play. They played Japan on the 26th of June. Can't write off Japan. They've beaten the Springboks. They've beaten big names. You got the Lions versus the Lions, Golden Lions. Who's going to play? Should be a cracking game. South Sea Sharks taking on the Lions. Got the Bulls. They've so far winning all the tournaments. They could definitely beat the Lions. We've seen provincial teams do it before. SAA, young upcoming talent for South Africa to show what they're worth. Why not? Stormers, about a month ago they were useless. Now they're showing a lot of improvement. Can't write them off. Then obviously your 2-3 test series against the Springboks. Siakalisi's boys, the World Cup winning side. Let's not forget, they did win after all. But also, let's acknowledge and not forget that they haven't played rugby for over a year. It's going to be an interesting tournament, and that's something I cannot wait for. So hit that subscribe button, join us, because we're going to cover it all. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.